yourself the way you just did, very confidently, very proud. That's pretty cool. Keep that up, you go a long ways. And you guys that are non-native, the way you expressed yourself and introduced yourself was very respectful and caring, and you're very kind to yourselves and respectful to yourselves as well. That was awesome. Okay, so just keep that up. Always keep your esteem going. Okay, your self-respect for yourself, respecting yourself. So.
ING Melissa Karlik Uyate, Kajet Ichate, Kwanlin Uni Jate. My name is Melissa Karlik. I'm Crow Clan from Kwalindon.
Awesome.
I don't have an Indian name yet.
Yeah. Okay, guys, great. Thank you very much. I'm just going to share something like this. Everybody seen one of these before? Yeah? It's a wooden spoon, right? People make them around here. People make them out of what else? Yeah, sheep spoon. Sheep horn. They make them out of sheep horn as well. I'm going to tell you a story, but this was in a story that I heard long time ago, beginning of time, pretty much, when the animals used to talk and people could understand the animals and could communicate with the animals. You heard that before? Yeah, the animals used to speak, and we could listen to them. We could understand them. And so there was this guy. His name was Beaver Man. Anybody heard of Beaver Man? Yeah, Beaver Man. So, in the village where Beaver Man was, there was these men. They used to leave, go out. But these men would never come back to the village. Be gone for years. And we wondered, the people of the village would run off. I thought they were coming right back. I thought they were only going hunting. Where are they? So another hunter goes out. I'm gonna go see. So he goes out, and he doesn't come back. This goes on for a while, and finally one day, Beaver Man, he said, I'm gonna go see where these guys are. What happened to them? How come they don't come back here? So Beaver Man, he packed up, he got ready. And when he packed up 40 spoons, sheep horn spoons. 4 sheep horn spoons. And they say when Beaver Man came back to the people, he had licked a hole in each spoon. 4 sheep horn spoons. By the time he came back, there was a hole in each spoon. You tell me, could he even lick one hole in one spoon in our lifetime? I don't think so. It'd be pretty hard to do. It'd be pretty steady going, licking a hole in one spoon. But he licked a hole in 4 spoons. That's how long it took for him to come back to the village. In just our own lifetime, we probably only lick one hole, maybe. So you think about how long he was gone. So Beaver Man, he took off, he left, he went down the trail, and he started his journey. Came up on this ridge. He seen this big bank. Looked over there, he thought, what's that? Walked around. Look, something's kinda not right. He felt kinda off about it. Bear went walking around down there, and here he found sharp spears sticking up in the ground like that, going down this hill. There's a bunch of sharp spears sticking up all around down there. I thought, what's that? Why would somebody do that? So he decided, I'm gonna find out what happened here. Why did they do this? So what he did, he punched himself in the nose. He started to bleed. So he put the blood all around there where the spears were. And he laid down in there, in the spears. He thought something's probably gonna come and look for him. And sure enough, as he laid there long enough, and there's all that blood around there, and you could hear something coming. And he had this little spear beside him. Something's coming. Up into the snow. As soon as he got close to him, he opened up his eye. He could see this big wolverine. Here, that wolverine was setting a trap there for people. And every time those men that come along that hill there, there's a slippery slope. Remember, he was getting sketched out? He said, something's up here. He's sketchy, right? He knew. He knew. But some of those other guys did it. He said, oh, that's what's getting him. Wolverine. So he decided he's gonna go down there, lay down in there and get that Wolverine. Stab him. Got that Wolverine, killed him. Got all those spears out of there and he kept on going on his journey. That story takes a long time to tell, but there's a lot of things that happened to Beaverman in that story. I'll tell you one other one. When he was on that journey, he was sitting there eating his lunch. And all I could hear was this little tiny sound. He was just sitting there, it was quiet, but he could hear something. This tiny voice. Just looked around and said, who's that? Couldn't see nobody, but he could hear somebody talking to him. So then, this thing comes around, he sits down, looks. You hear the voice coming from there. Beaverman, help me. He looks down, he's looking down. There's a blowfly. He's talking to Beaverman. So Beaverman, he pick him up. Around. Hey, you talking to me? Yeah. Beaverman, help me. He says, what you want help for? He says, I can't talk. I can't see nothing. Nobody hears me. I can't talk to nobody. Nobody hears me. Beaverman, he said, oh, okay. Beaverman, he got his knife out and went down to that little blowfly. Cut him right here. Cut him on the other side of his mouth. On both sides with his knife. Hey, thank you, Beaverman. Oh, right on, thanks. Woo, oh, thanks. And he's flying all around. And he's just making all kinds of noise. Oh, I'm so happy now. Thank goodness I can talk now. Everybody can hear me. Blah, blah, blah. Now you know with blowfly, you hear them, eh? You can just hear them now. They're just like all over. Now they're just noisy. You can hear them all over the blowfly. That's because Beaverman helped him when he opened up his mouth. another thing happened on the way. This, he came to this one camp, and this, something's wrong here. So he decided he's gonna play dead on the trail. Along comes this Wolverine. And something was happening, like the people were dying, and these Wolverines were eating people. And Beaver Man's gonna fix that. So he lay dead on the trail. And he put some blood on his nose again. So that Wolverine picked him up, put him on his shoulder, started packing him back to the camp, taking him back to his kids, Wolverine kids. So he's packing away like that. And he had to jump over the water, the one mud puddle. As soon as he jumped over to the other side, that Wolverine, and he landed down there, and you hear that Beaver Man, he farted. And that Wolverine's like, hey, who was that? Is it alive? He's running again, jumped over that pond, the other side, and then he landed again, he farted again. Hey, something wrong with this one. I better kill him or something. When he get back in camp, so we put him down there. And camp, so then the Wolverine walked away to go get something to kill him with. As soon as that Wolverine walked away, those two little ones were there. He said, hey, which one's a liar? Which one of you is a liar? And the boy points to that girl, and the girl points to him. The two little Wolverines. And Wolverine, he knew right away which one was the liar. And so he got up, and then when that big Wolverine was coming back, he had a spear, and he killed him. And then he killed the other one that was a liar. And he says, now you are not going to be that big no more. They were huge, they were big giant ones. He says, you're going to be that small from now on. No, he said, I don't want to be that small. No, can't make me be that small. He says, yeah, you're going to be that small. You're not going to eat people no more. He says, I want you to run out and you go get what you're going to eat from now on. So that Wolverine had to take off and get what he's going to eat from now on. And he eats all the little game, eh? Little game like rabbits, grouse, all these kind of things, gophers and everything like that. That's what that Wolverine's going to eat from now on. And so, after that Wolverine, he says, okay, I'm going to be this small. I'm going to be this small. On one condition, I'm going to tell you, I don't like it. I don't like that you're going to make me this small. But from now on, if I come into people's place, if I see people, sorry guys, if I see people's camp, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to wreck it. I'm going to break into their place and I'm going to wreck their place and I'm going to pee all over everything. I'm mad about this. And then from that day on, Wolverine, if he finds people's camp, what does he do? He wrecks it. He'll wreck it and he'll pee all over everything. Everything. That's what he does. He's still mad that he has to be that small. To this day. There's a lot of things like that happen in the creation story with Beaver Man. There's a lot more that I could tell you about. But I just want to ask you guys, so why do we tell creation stories?
So we could pass it on to the younger ones?
So we could pass it on to the younger ones, definitely. Anything else? Okay, so one of the biggest teachings that I was always told when I was starting to learn with elders is that they always told me, you have to know who you are and where you come from. You guys introduced yourselves really well today, so you know pretty much who you are. Now, where do you come from? Where do we come from? So in the creation story, it tells you basically where you come from. In your origin of people, Haudenosaunee, Northern Tlingit, there's creation stories that will tell you exactly where you came from in those creation stories. I'm stuck on the chair. So those are creation stories, and that's why we tell creation stories. It's to know your history. It's to know who you are as a First Nations person. To know your grandma, your grandpa, your great grandma, your great grandpa, their people, and their line of people. And so when you go way back, where do you find yourself? The beginning of time. When you were created. When we were created, our people were created. From that time to this day, many, many people, our people have come and gone. And now we're leading the way. Right? So where we're going to take ourselves? To the future. We don't know what that future is going to be. But what do we want for the future?
For people to know their origins?
Where people have their origins. It's good. It's good to know who you are and where you come from. What else do we want in the future? We want to have clean water. We want to have our grandchildren have a piece of land that's healthy and strong. We want them to have fish. We want them to have moose meat, caribou meat. We want them to have the things that we have today. Right? The creation story teaches how to live with creation. It teaches us all kinds of things. It has lots of teachings. Many, many teachings it has. And it teaches us how to preserve, how to conserve, and how to be with one another. Are there any questions? Okay.
I'd just like to say something. It's very important to know who you are, where you came from, and your names. For that tells you the story of who you come, and your clan. Your clan is usually after your mother's family. And it's really difficult nowadays because sometimes your mother comes from a different part of the country,
Mm-hmm.
but and we can't say our dad is our mother.
Right.
So it's really difficult nowadays because people marry different places and
Yeah.
yeah, but if we had a small community, like that's why we had to know whether we're wolf or whatever it is. Some of them are Tlingit and like raven, is it? They have whale and all that, but here southern Shoshone and northern Shoshone, it's wolf and crow. And that's very important so that if you're a crow, you cannot marry a crow. If you're a wolf, you cannot marry a wolf. That's when you're young. But nowadays, it's sort of drifted apart, like that idea drifted apart. But it's important for if you're young that because when you get together, you'll be married. And if you marry your first cousin or something, then you're gonna have trouble with the child, because the child will not come out. It's gotta be a rich, what do you call it, a rich blood, and that's too close. That's why you have to know who you are. that also guides you as you go along into your adult life. All the stories that you hear from other people helps you along and it guides you. It's just like the Bible, you know, if we take what we need from the Bible and what in the Bible it says Jesus taught everybody, Jesus healed everybody, and he left messages in the Bible there for us, and that's the same with Indian ways. So, and then as you grow up, it's important that you remember and try to learn who you are and where you came from. Learn all that because that will make you a stronger person. And, you know, and then you'll know from right and from wrong. And that way you won't get into so much mess trouble when you get older. I think Joe he teaches all over, I believe. And it's good, you know, if you feel like in the summertime, you hear that he's somewhere teaching, it's a good idea to go to that camp or something and learn more from him. But you have to ask him also.
Right on.
Are you a part of the bite training that's gonna happen out at Jackson Lake?
I think that's going on right now. Is it, Melissa? Yeah, I think it is.
For youth?
Yeah. There's a camp actually
in
for youth there
February,
right
isn't
now.
it?
It's in, I thought it was Bite.
No, I think Bite's in February.
But no, I'm not a part of that. Les Walker is, and I